Hello, friends. Welcome back to the Quizler. Think you know your wild facts? From the fastest flyers to the sneakiest sleepers, get ready to test your brain with 70 fun animal trivia questions. You'll earn 1 point for every correct answer. Keep track of your score. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more awesome quizzes. Which one has the strongest bite? Crocodile or lion? The answer is crocodile. Which one doesn't have blood? Starfish or octopus? It's starfish. Which one sleeps with one eye open? Whale or dolphin? That would be dolphin. Which one hibernates? Hedgehog or deer? The correct answer is hedgehog. Which one can go the longest without water? Camel or kangaroo rat? It's the kangaroo rat. Which one can rotate its head the most? Owl or cat? That's owl. Which one lays the most eggs at once? Frog or turtle? The answer is turtle. Which one flaps its wings the fastest? Hummingbird or bee? That would be bee. Which one is the heaviest? Elephant or whale? It's the whale. Which one carries its babies in a pouch? Kangaroo or koala? The right answer is kangaroo. Which one is considered immortal? Hydra or frog? It's hydra. Which one sings to communicate with its kind? Whale or dolphin? The correct answer is whale. Which one uses tools? Otter or penguin? That's otter. Which one is born blind? Rabbit or squirrel? It's rabbit. Which one can fly backwards? Butterfly or hummingbird? The answer is hummingbird. Which one has square-shaped poop? Rabbit or wombat? That would be wombat. Which one can change sex? Clownfish or lizard? It's clownfish. Which one doesn't have a brain? Sea cucumber or starfish? The answer is starfish. Which one moves the slowest? Sloth or tortoise? It's the sloth. Which one can survive in space? Tardigrade or beetle? That's the tardigrade. Which one weighs less than a kilo? Meerkat or chicken? It's the meerkat. Which one can regenerate its limbs? Jellyfish or octopus? The answer is octopus. Which one is the most venomous? Sea snake or cobra? It's the sea snake. Which one defends itself by shooting blood? Horned lizard or crab? That would be horned lizard. Which one has the best sense of smell? Horse or dog? It's the dog. Which one is colorblind? Cat or dog? The correct answer is dog. Which one is a reptile? Iguana or pangolin? It's iguana. Which one can lift the most times its own weight? Gorilla or ant? That's ant. Which one can hear infrasound? Bat or elephant? It's the bat. Which one is cold-blooded? Lizard or elephant? The answer is lizard. Which one is the smartest? Parrot or pig? It's pig. Which one has the longest tongue? Giraffe or anteater? That's giraffe. Which one has teeth? Frog or snail? The answer is snail. Which one has more arms? Octopus or squid? It's squid. Which one can smell underwater? Seal or crocodile? That's crocodile. Which one has fingerprints like humans? Koala or chimpanzee? The answer is koala. Which one has blue blood? Horseshoe crab or lobster? It's horseshoe crab. Which one travels in pods? Shark or dolphin? That would be dolphin. Which one uses echolocation? Bat or owl? It's bat. Which one can live without its head for several days? Cockroach or ant? The answer is cockroach. Which one can produce light? Jellyfish or firefly? It's firefly. Which one can't jump? Rhinoceros or elephant? That's elephant. Which one has very poor vision? Ferret or goat? It's the ferret. Which one has the longest neck? Ostrich or giraffe? That's giraffe. Which one is known to laugh? Rat or monkey? The answer is rat. Which one eats up to 3,000 times a day? Seahorse or crab? It's seahorse. Which one is the fastest in the air? Peregrine falcon or golden eagle? That would be peregrine falcon. Which one has a 5-chambered heart? Octopus or earthworm? It's earthworm. Which one can sleep standing up? Horse or cow? The correct answer is horse. Which one flaps its wings the fastest? Bee or butterfly? That's bee. Which one is the largest feline in the world? Lion or tiger? It's tiger. Which one can survive being frozen solid? Squirrel or wood frog? Yep, it's wood frog. Which one can live the longest without oxygen? Tick or turtle? It's tick. Which one can sleep for several years? Tortoise or desert snail? That would be desert snail. Which one can solve complex problems? Crow or parrot? The answer is crow. Which one has the most teeth in the world? Catfish or shark? It's catfish. Which one is the largest marine carnivore? Orca or great white shark? That's orca. Which one is the most venomous in the ocean? Snake or jellyfish? It's jellyfish. Which one is the fastest on land? Ostrich or kangaroo? The correct answer is ostrich. Which one is the largest invertebrate? Giant squid or jellyfish? That's giant squid. Which one sleeps the longest in a day? Koala or sloth? It's koala. Which one can detach its tail to escape? Snake or gecko? That would be gecko. Which one can mimic human speech? Parrot or raven? It's parrot. Which one has the thickest skin? Rhinoceros or elephant? The answer is rhinoceros. Which one sleeps only 1 hour a day? Leopard or giraffe? It's giraffe. Which one has a toothed tongue? Frog or snail? That's snail. Which one spends the most time in the water? Hippopotamus or crocodile? It's hippopotamus. Which one is the largest land carnivore? Tiger or polar bear? The correct answer is polar bear. Which one can change color to blend in? Chameleon or snake? It's chameleon. Which one has a heart in its head? Shrimp or squid? Yep, it's shrimp. That's a wrap on the Animal Edition quiz. How many did you get right? Let us know in the comments. If you had fun, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more awesome quizzes every week. Until next time, keep your brain wild and curious.